Extensions. All right. And this will come up throughout the course. It just happens because guess what? As an individual, as a corporation, as an S Corp, as a partnership, you can all file extensions. I remember back my times in public accounting, you'd spend the normal busy season, the winter busy season, filing extensions. It's kind of like digging your own grave because then you know you're going to have to do the actual returns by the October 15th deadline. So I just have a little bit of memories of horror of these. But extensions, they're a benefit. It's something there to benefit the taxpayers. Here specifically, we're talking about individual tax returns. An individual tax return extension, this is a request to the IRS for additional time to file your income tax return. Maybe you don't have the information by April 15th, right? We know April 15th is the tax day, the big tax day, but maybe you don't have your information. Maybe you just are disorganized. Maybe you're away. There could be many reasons. I mean, you don't even need to have a reason to file an extension. You could do it if you want to. You don't need to provide a reason. However, we will see there are reasons you might not want to do that. However, if the date falls on a weekend or holiday, so it's usually April 15th, the deadline may be extended to the next business day. So April 16th, 17th, 18th. I don't know if I've seen it the 19th, but not too important there. Now, in order to request an extension, again, meaning you don't have your return filed by April 15th. Now, let's say you don't owe any money at all, and you just know you don't. You still will get hit with a failure to file penalty. You won't get hit with the penalty for not paying because you don't owe anything, but you want to make sure that you either file by April 15th or you request an extension. Now, in order to request that extension, you got to file Form 4868. Good thing you don't need to memorize that form. Before the original due date, this is going to give you an additional 6 months to file, extending the deadline to October 15th. Note that an extension to file does not provide an extension to pay any taxes owed. That's why I said if you owe, let's say, theoretically $0 or you're getting a refund, you're not going to get hit with a penalty of failure to pay, but you will get hit with a failure to file penalty. Again, penalties is a lot. Make sure you are keeping up with that, memorizing those. You're still required to estimate and pay your tax liability by the original due date. So let's say I estimate I'm going to owe $3,000 to the government. I still have to pay that $3,000 on April 15th, even if I don't have my ducks in the row and I'm waiting on a few tax forms from a few different groups. I'm waiting on a K-1, I'm waiting on 1099, waiting on a few things. Now, interest on a tax deficiency will begin to accrue on the date that the tax was originally due, which generally going to be April 15th, regardless of any granted extension to file. This means if you owe taxes and have not paid them by April 15th, interest will start accruing from that date, even if you have an extension to file your tax return. Crucial to pay your estimated tax liability, so you can just make a payment. You say, hey, IRS, I don't know, I think I owe about $3,000, but here's $4,000. And then you can obviously get that money back once you do file your return after the extension and get a refund. Make sure you pay your estimated liability by the original due date to avoid interest charges and potential late payment penalties. The interest rate on any deficiencies is determined by the IRS and is subject to change quarterly. In addition to interest, you may also be subject to penalties for late payment or late filing if you don't meet the required deadline. So in general, is an extension good? Is it bad? It just depends on the situation. It could be helpful to you, but also don't let it get you slammed with penalties. Hey there! Are you ready to not only pass your CPA exams, but truly understand and enjoy the material while studying? I know it seems impossible, right? Especially to enjoy the material? We'll do it together. Tap into the power of CPA.examprep.ai, where we've got personalized quizzes, multiple choice questions, memorization guides, flashcards, simulations, all tailored to your learning. Our adaptive study planning puts you on the fastest path to success and lifts you back up if you fall behind. Avoid wasting your precious time and money attempting an exam with a low chance of passing, because who wants that? We want to get you through this process as quick as possible. Our exam readiness prediction lets you walk in with confidence, knowing that you're prepared for success on exam day. Thankfully, there's no payment method needed to get started, so why don't you come join us? Visit cpa.examprep.ai and let's achieve your exam success together.